So let's look at some scenarios. In this first scenario, it says you are a relationships consultant with advanced degrees in psychology. The Department of Transportation has hired you to provide sensitivity training to a group of engineers. Your audience consists of 25 males and 10 females. They each hold positions of responsibility and leadership in the department. The seminar typically requires 10 hours. They have scheduled this as a Friday evening, all-day Saturday session. Attendance is required. When we do audience analysis, we're thinking about three things. We're thinking about the audience demographic. We're thinking about the audience's attitude toward my topic. And then finally, we're thinking about the expectations the audience might have with regard to my topic. So the first question is then, what do we know about this audience? Well, we know that the men outnumber the women 2.5 to 1, 25 males, 10 females. So a significant gender imbalance there. We should not stereotype, but engineering typically has been a male-dominated field. So the women, to get to these positions of responsibility and leadership, probably had to break through some glass ceilings. We know that they have those positions of leadership and responsibility, so we should assume that they have some education, significant education, they're assertive, they've demonstrated competence. The second thing we want to look then is, what is their attitude toward my topic? Well, my topic is sensitivity training, your topic rather, is sensitivity training. Sensitivity training likely to be something about how people who are different from each other can get along with each other. So this is about men and women in the workplace getting along with each other, perhaps addressing issues of homophobia, or racism, or gender biases, ethnic biases, religious biases, whatever. So that's about the sensitivity training. And because attendance is required, we can probably assume that there's been an incident and that there are some problems, and they don't necessarily want to be here. And so the fact that attendance is required is not the greatest news for them. So we think about then what are their expectations of you as a speaker? Well, they expect that you know what you're talking about, although they may not want to talk about it. They expect that they're going to receive instruction that they're going to have to apply. And in terms of their history as a group, they have expectations of their interactions with each other. You're probably going to want to talk to your contact person. That's the person who arranges for you to speak to a group like this. Find out what their history has been and why they're being asked to engage in this kind of exercise. So all of that together gives you a way of thinking through what kinds of changes you're going to make, how you're going to approach the topic, and really what you need to do to make this an effective experience for everybody. Some possible suggestions here, of course, with that much time, you would have arranged it so that there was significant discussion, case studies, activities, scenarios, but it would not be all of you talking for 10 hours. That would get really boring and be very difficult for you to sustain. The other thing that you would want to think about is trying to connect sensitivity training not just to whatever the issue is that has compelled them to be required to do the sensitivity training, but also thinking about how sensitivity can improve accuracy, which is a core value for engineers, or how sensitivity can improve their leadership ability, but showing them the value of what you're doing relative to what they're trying to accomplish. And those are some ways that you can adjust what you're doing in order to make this an effective communication experience.